And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy. You know it's kinda hard just to get along today. Our subject isn't cool, but he fakes it anyway. He may not have a clue, yeah, he may not have style, but everything he lacks, well, he makes up in denial.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Sweep. I'm your host, Anthony Longhair Leclair, and I'm joined by my fabulous co-host, the marvelous Marla the Mouse McHardy.
What's up, everybody?
We have a question for you. Did you know that on this day, in 1999, The Offspring went to number 1 on the UK singles charts with Pretty Fly for a White Guy?
I did not know that.
Well,
I do know that song, though.
That's good. Yeah, so I'm sorry I didn't do it in the regular key. The guy from The Offspring has a fucking ridiculous voice, and it's very difficult to sing. So
That is fair. That is fair.
I just dropped it a bit. And bullshit how I play the song, too, because I was just like,
I do like the effect of you making your acoustic guitar sound like an electric, though.
My acoustic 12-string guitar sounding like an electric,
That's kind of wonderful.
Yeah, I just wanted to play around with this one, so that's what I did. Yeah, so this comes from their 5th studio album, which was Americana, and the single was a number 1 hit in 10 other countries as well.
Well, there you go.
And I remember when the fucking song came out because everyone was singing it at school.
I kind of vaguely remember that, too.
You remember everyone singing that at school when you were 4 years old?
No, but, I don't know. I was around. I was aware of it. Yeah, sure, I was 4, but, also that song had a bit of hype for a while after that, so.
Yeah, yes it did. And then after that, it was, go get a job, or why don't you get a job, or whatever. It's like, my friend's got a girlfriend, and he hates that bitch. He tells me every day. You don't remember the song? That might have come out on the same album. It might also be on Americana. I don't know. I can't recall. But anyway, that was a big one, too, that people would just, sing down the streets, and I was like, holy shit. By the way, the second verse does come with, my friend's got a boyfriend, and she hates that dick. They go both ways. It's, it's not...
well, there you go.
It's not just directed against women or anything. But yeah, so that was on this day in 1999. A little tidbit of info about The Offspring. That's just personal to my life. When I was a kid, I remember there was this old silver, and it was the thin ones with the caged speakers, that old ghetto blaster, but it was really thin and had it was dual cassette, which was so kick-ass, because then you could record stuff onto tape, right?
Which was awesome.
Yeah. So, in case you don't know what tape is, everybody, no, just fucking with you. So anyway, so I remember hanging out on the back steps of my parents' place with my cousin Curtis and my brother, and one of the very first songs I remember, where I remember the scene of what was happening in my life in that moment, and just also just putting that memory with music, was Come Out and Play by The Offspring, which came out in 94. So I would have been 5. And my brother and my cousin had the cassette, and so they were blasting that on the back steps, and it's one of the first songs that I recall of how the place looked, and the yard, and it was a nice summer day, and it was warm, and the sun was beating down and whatever else, and you just heard the yeah.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, and then as I grew up and listened to the lyrics of that song and realized that you got the line, she's under 18, she won't be doing any time, I was like, oh, yeah, come out and play. Okay. And then I was like, oh, wait, I guess this song isn't just oh, this is a happy memory from my childhood. I was like, oh, this is an intense song. But anyway, so that was on this day in 1999, and subsequently on some other day in some summer of 1994. But yeah, on this day in 2020,
we are plugging a album release party, actually.
Woo, party!
Party, woo! It is for a artist. His name is Graven, and he's releasing his album called Years, and the party is tonight. It is at Irene's Pub, which is 885 Bank Street in Ottawa, and it starts at 9. It's also featuring Still Winter Hills is another band that'll be playing there. But yeah, it's a guy. His name's Graven.
Is there a cover?
It is. I think it's $10 to get in, if I am not mistaken.
Cool.
But yeah, is the guy? It goes by Graven. His name's Matty McHenry, and he's from Nepean. Grew up in Ottawa, and I've listened to some of his music. I actually really quite like it a lot. His music, funny enough, reminds me a little bit of Joel Plaskett. And I think that's why I like it so much.
Well, for sure that's why you like it so much.
Yeah, like he really has that like folky, sort of rocky, like folk rock feel to his music, which makes sense because it's like on his website he's talking about having influences like Bruce Springsteen and Led Zeppelin and Joni Mitchell and Anne Murray, and also old school hip hop. So there you go. You know, throw in some like.
Did you say Anne Murray?
Yeah, Anne Murray.
That is not something I'd expect from that. Cool.
What you got against Anne Murray?
No, whatever. I mean, nothing specifically. It's just that's not what I. Yeah, it's interesting people's influences.
Yeah.
That being said, I would love to shoot. We'll put a link in the description below, but I'd love to shoot him a message and
if
get,
you listen
his
to this
album
podcast,
on it.
you know, like drop us a line, dude, and we'll sit here and review some tracks from your album because I'd love to. I haven't really listened to the whole thing. Because it's not really like I couldn't really find it online, but I know he has one single that he did like just live and he posted it on YouTube and it's really good. I quite like it. So yeah, go check him out. It is tonight. Go have a drink and listen to some good new music.
Yeah, about a quarter of that I was going to say before I was cut off, but yeah. So yes, agreed with all those things. In addition to that. Tonight at Lou Dawg's, if you're in the North Bay area, do head on down from 8 p.m. till midnight. It's Friday Night Acoustics with John MacDonald. I'm pretty sure a good bit of the music community knows John MacDonald. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we can get Graven's album so we can put that on a Swept Up episode. And if you're in the North Bay area, check out John MacDonald. And enjoy Lou Dawg's, best place in town to play.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Great food. We just ate there. Like, I mean, we had fish tacos there during our gig one time. We just ate there for the first time, not as like at a gig or anything like that, the other night. And it was pretty tasty. Yeah,
they have really good wings there. Mm-hmm. Good sauces if you're like somebody who likes like a little bit of spice, but not like too much. Like, it's nice. I quite like the flavor in their sauces.
Yeah. And Ryan does make his own hot sauce as well. So,
yeah, he does, and it's really good.
Yeah. All right, so that's your daily sweep for the day. We'll be back tomorrow to sweep something else out from underneath the proverbial rug.
We shall see you guys later.
So don't debate.